This is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNNLive, and we're at the 8th Annual Precious Metals Summit in Beaver Creek, Colorado. With me right now is Anil Viraj from Steppe Gold Limited. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is STGO on the TSX. Anil, welcome to SNNLive.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you on. So, for our audience, let's start off with an overview of the company, and we'll go from there.
Sure. So Steppe Gold Limited is a newly listed company on the main board of the TSX. We IPO'd on May 22nd, 2018, raising $25 million. We're a near-term producer of gold and silver in Mongolia, with our mine to be fully commissioned by the end of this year, and first gold in Q1 2019.
Got it. Okay, so let's get a history of the company. When did the company start, and how did you develop to where you're currently at today?
Sure. So we started the company in 2016, September 2016, with a bid for Centerra Gold asset, the ATO Project in Mongolia. It's a project where they spent $30 million US on, drilled 67,000 meters, 28,000 meters of trenching, full feasibility, fully permitted, and mining license in place. So a build-ready project was the cornerstone asset for Steppe Gold.
So what was the impetus for Mongolia? I mean, was this something that your team had been previously looking at, wanting to find a property or an asset out there? You know, what's the backstory?
Sure. So my partner, the chairman and CEO of Steppe Gold, Matt Wood, is a geologist by trade. He's previously built another company in Mongolia, a coal company called Khundii Coal, and that was a $20 million IPO in 2010 and a 2011 exit for $500 million cash. So there's a background in Mongolia in both building and selling, and he's also a gold geologist. So gold was always at the top of his list. It was just a matter of timing.
So tell me a little bit about the project. What makes this gold project unique when you compare it to other gold projects in Mongolia?
Sure. Well, we're the next gold producer from primary sources in Mongolia. There's currently no other mines being developed for precious metals at the moment, so I guess we're the only one. We're near-term production. We have low cash costs of $350. It's a starter oxide mine. So we're doing a staged conservative approach to actually generate cash flow to fund future exploration and development.
And what's your background? I mean, how did you get into all this?
Sure. So my background is capital markets, so advisory in the natural resources space. So I previously advised Matt Wood on one of his other companies and co-founded Steppe Gold with him and became a principal in the company.
So tell me a little bit more about Matt Wood and the exploration team that's over there. So as you said, they came over from his first exit, but did they also work on some other gold projects as well so that they could help identify this opportunity?
Yes, so Matt is a gold geologist. He had a Rio Tinto scholarship and did a lot of work in Australia. He then went to Brazil, where he actually discovered the Mirabella nickel deposit and acquired that from the government in Brazil. And he listed some other gold companies along the way. He's also listed a copper company called the Vanco Resources out of Brazil, which was just taken over by Oz Minerals for, I think, $440 million. So he's always been keeping a watching brief on Mongolia and precious metals. It's relatively underexplored, and the opportunity for this asset, where someone else has done the majority of the work, came to us.
Okay. So you said you're a near-term producer. What's the timeline right now? Where are you guys at in getting towards production?
Sure. So our total capex is about $20 million US. We're about 50% complete, and we expect to complete the ADR plant build by November of 2018. You'll have to wait for your final permit, and that should be received this year as well. And so that means we'll have a fully built mine on time and on budget this year, and first gold would be Q1 2019.
And Anil, for investors, usually they want to know, especially if they're talking to a prospect or a company that's doing operations in a country they may not be familiar with. In Mongolia, is there any type of geopolitical risk that they should know about?
I think those risks can be mitigated in any country you do business with. In Mongolia, we are a Mongolian company. Half our board are Mongolian. All of our staff are Mongolian in Mongolia, except for two. So we run a Mongolian company, and so the face of the company in country is Mongolian, and that's very important. We've worked with the government since they came in power in July 2016. They're a pro-mining, pro-foreign investment government. We brought them to Toronto to PDAC twice in a row, where the messaging has been, we are open for business, you can get things done, and look at Steppe Gold and watch us as the poster child. So I think we've managed that aspect.
And where can our audience go and find more information about Steppe Gold?
SteppeGold.com, STEPPE Gold.com.
My name is Robert Kraft, and I'm coming to you live on SNNLive, and we're at the 8th Annual Precious Metals Summit in Beaver Creek, Colorado. With me again is Anil Viraj from Steppe Gold Limited, publicly traded company. The symbol is STGO on the TSX. Anil, thank you again for joining me today.
Thanks very much for having me.